So this is the second month of our IUI track, and yesterday actually, I got a positive surge, and they were closed yesterday, so we're back at our SC coming to do our ultrasound and an HCG shot. So the plan is to go tomorrow and get
IUI.
the IUI done. So
IUI.
Justin is with me this time for the ultrasound check. So we'll see. Last time I told you that we were going to our appointment for the ultrasound. Unfortunately, we missed the ovulation time period, so the doctor drew a progesterone level and in fact saw that I was ovulating, so that's good. He just recommended that we baby dance that same night, and luckily we also did a little baby boogieing the night before, which was the anticipated ovulation date. So we'll see if nature can take its course this month naturally on its own, and we'll probably try the IUI in December. So we'll see.
Try and get some rest. I know hospital is out the way.
Okay, so I'm going to wait going on, or
So, if you are the optimistic type, then based on the last clip of Christine fixing her hair in the hospital, you would probably think that the IUI went well. That we were probably in the doctor's office just confirming a positive test result, and that everything that we had hoped would happened, and that's why we're there in the hospital. And I wish that were true, but it is not. So we went through with the second IUI, and I believe we came home, everything was fine, nothing crazy. And then the next morning, Christine woke up with just a fever that was escalating at a pretty rapid rate. And so we called the advice nurse, and they said, yeah, you should come in. So we went in, and they did some blood work, and the blood work was showing that her white blood cell count was like a lot higher than what was normal. And they were doing all these tests, and they were saying the body was fighting an infection. We ended up being at the hospital for 5 days, I believe. I know for sure we were there for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, so that was fun. We had family visit us though. We had some friends visit us, bring us dinner and stuff like that, and just check in on us, and so that was really sweet of them. The IUI did not go the way we were hoping, and in fact it went the complete opposite of how we were hoping it would have turned out. I think one of the clearest memories I have was being in the hospital room. And at the time, I used to have Instagram. It still exists, and it's public, so if you want, you can go check it out, at Mr. Pilarka. I remember scrolling through my feed and coming across a picture someone had posted of a sonogram announcing their first pregnancy. This was a couple that we were good friends with, and so obviously we were super happy for him. We were thrilled. We were like excited at the thought of them becoming parents. So it was, we were happy. But I just remember feeling in that moment just defeated, confused. And I remember staring at that picture for a while. One of those weird things where, you're happy and you're also sad. I wasn't conflicted because both of those emotions I felt were justified. And it's not like I didn't know how to feel about the couple, because that wasn't even a question. That we were happy for them, but that didn't mean that we weren't also hurting for our own reasons. Just remember thinking, here's this couple who wasn't necessarily trying to start a family, but it happened. God graciously gave it to him. But we were in a hospital as a result of trying to get something that God wasn't giving us. And that was difficult. That was pretty heavy. Yeah, that was pretty heavy. Thankfully, Christine got better. Prior to this happening, I think we were open to IVF. But it was going to be in succession. It was going to be, if IUI didn't work, then we're going to move on to IVF. Then we'll try that. But after the hospitalization, we felt like God was saying, no, this is not how I'm going to build your family. That was a pretty clear indication of maybe not what to do next, but definitely what God did not want us to do next, which was IVF. That was kind of difficult too, because you kind of hope that be the way that your family's going to get built. If level 1 stuff doesn't work, then level 2 stuff should work. And kind of thinking about how, okay, level 2 stuff will work. But after the hospitalization, we said, that's it. I know she would have been willing to move forward with IVF if I wanted to. But seeing her hospitalized and dealing with just the discomfort and the pain as a result of us trying to build our family this way, that's not something I was willing to risk happening again. I couldn't do it. I didn't think it was the right thing to do, and it just felt like that was God's red light in terms of trying to build our family through those means, like IUI and IVF. So that was the ultimate stopping point. That was the ultimate stopping point for whether or not we were going to move forward with IVF. After that happened, I said nope. If she tested positive or something and was hospitalized, it'd be like, oh, okay, cool. That sucks, but it worked. There was sort of a trade-off, but nothing. It was, hey, here's an infection. Here's an hospitalization for 5 days over the Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Oh, and by the way, your test result is negative, so it didn't even work. So yeah, that was something we didn't want to go through again. Yeah. And that was hard, that's hard as the husband to watch your wife go through that over something that, you both want, it's you feel bad, had I known that was going to happen, of course I wouldn't have gone through with it. So the second one didn't work. And that was the last and final time we had done anything related to assisted reproductive technology. At the time, we were going to Grace Bible Church in Pleasant Hill. The way that God used that situation is it ended up pointing us towards orphan care ministry. So opening up our homes to children, to the fatherless, to orphans, and it kind of set us on a path that has been so fruitful and joyful and redemptive. And so, yeah, do I hate that the infection happened? Absolutely. Can I argue with the direction and the trajectory that it's put us on? Absolutely not. So, that is the story of the second IUI, the last IUI. And yeah. That's it. If you have any questions or comments, leave it comment in the section below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe.